Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Crochet Happy I Am. I'm Nicole, and today's video is a tie from last week's video. First, I wanted to show you, I did finish the hippie pieces. Here's the square one. What I did was I painted the edge all the way around, and I went with the red because the big flower is the red. So I went with that, so it's finished. Now I'm just gonna add a thing on the back and hang it on the wall. The other piece, because the flower's green, I went with green, and my mom says she wants it, so this piece is going to my mom. So now this is how the video is tied together. These flowers, we're gonna show you how I made those. So I'm gonna go over how to crochet all 3 flowers. That way you can learn and try maybe resining your own flowers if you choose to, or just crochet some flowers and have a bunch of flowers. So I know that there's a lot of tutorials out making these flowers. I'm just doing it all in one video, all 3 flowers, just to make things a little bit easier and talk you guys through. So it shouldn't be too long of a video. So go ahead and grab a pad of paper and a pen, because as I'm telling you the stitches that in order, you can easily be writing this pattern down for yourself and then try it later, follow me along, pausing, all that fun stuff. So let's crochet. Okay, so the supplies that you'll need is yarn, a pair of scissors, your hook, and a yarn needle. The hook will determine how big you want your flowers, but because I wanted to keep these tiny and tight the way they are for the resin, I chose to go with the small hook. It's a 4.0 millimeter. So that's what I'm going to use today. That's not what you have to use. You can go bigger, go smaller. Just use the yarn that works best with the hook that you choose. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to work with the orange because I know on camera it's just brighter. So we're going to start with the first flower. It's the 6 petal. It's this one, and we are going to start with a slip knot. And you want to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to slip stitch into the first chain, which would be this one here. So you're going to go ahead and just go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to pull through the loop on your hook. Then you're going to chain 1. Inside, underneath that chain, right there in the center. When you do making the slip knot, try to keep your nail to hold your place. That'll help. So in that is going to be the ring, and you're going to single crochet 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, So I'm at 8 and it's starting to get a little tight. So you have to kind of pull. You're pulling this right here, this part that way, and pushing your current 7 and 8 stitches opposite to give yourself more room. Nine, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so now we are going to make sure you want to put it in the first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right there. There's your number 12 stitch, or your first stitch. You're going to single crochet into that stitch. If I can get my hook in there. All right, so these are really tight, which is good, because if I want a small flower, there we go. Okay. Now into the next stitch, you are going to do 5 double crochets in that stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go in, pull through, yarn over, go through the 2, yarn over, go through the 2. I'll show you the double crochet one more time. Yarn over into that same stitch that we just did that double into. Yarn over, pulling through the 2, pulling through the 2. So that's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And 5. Your next stitch is a single crochet. Next stitch, again, you're going to do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a single, and you're just going to repeat that all the way around till you get back to the beginning, and you should have 6 petals and you'll have 6 single crochets, because when you come to finish the petal here, you'll do 1 more single crochet. When we get to that point, I'll meet you there. Okay, so now we're back at the end of the flower, and I just have my 1 single crochet left to do. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Like so. Now we're going to end it. We're going to go into the next lower stitch. This is the start of the first petal, and you're going to do a slip stitch to end it. I just like to do an extra one because I like to know my work is locked in. And you're going to cut yourself a tail, like so. Pull it through, get that nice and tight. And then for your yarn needle, you're going to weave in your ends, or you're going to leave your ends out because you can use these to tie it onto any kind of a project that you're doing, whether it's like a hat or shoes, whatever. But you can also take this tail and weave it in pulling that through like so. Pull that, make sure it's nice and tightly in there, because then that way when you look at the other side you can see it's pulled and you can show. That way both your tails are right there in the center towards the item that you want to tie it onto. Makes it easier. So there is your 6-petaled flower. Now the next flower I'm going to show you is flower 2, and it's 5 petals. To start this flower, you're going to chain 7. So we're going to do our slip knot. And let's go ahead and make a chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, you're going to slip stitch into your first chain. Like so. And you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to triple crochet or treble crochet, however you want to call it. So yarn over 1, 2, go into your ring. 1, 2, 3, and that's a triple crochet. It's just one more extra from a double crochet, and you're going to do that 3 times. There's 1, 2. There's 2 of them. Then you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to do a slip stitch. Just like so. And then repeat the process. So another chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 triple crochet. There's 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch, and there's your first 2 petals. From here, you're just gonna pull your ring out and scooch those 2 petals together like so. And then continue on. Again, chaining 4. And doing 3 triple crochet, chain 4, slip stitch. You're going to do that 3 more times to make 5 petals. I will meet you back at the end right here. Okay, so my 5 petals are done. I'm going to do my slip stitch to lock in that 5th petal, like so. To finish off, I'm going to do 1 more slip stitch, cut my tail, pull through, make sure that knot's nice and tight, like so. There's my 5th petal, and again, you'll use your yarn needle to sew in. Again, you can do the same thing like you did on this one, where you bring it around so they're close, and tie it to whatever item you want to put it on, or just hide them. The 3rd and final flower is 11 petals, and it's the big daisy looking one. So this is why I have the 2 separate yarns. So the first step that we're going to do is the inner ring part of that flower. Again, starting with a slip stitch. You're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then do another slip stitch in the first chain, like so. You're going to chain 1, and then single crochet 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11. Now you're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And in number 11 or 1, you're going to do a slip stitch and then another slip stitch, cut your yarn, pull your tail. There's your center ring. You can hide your tails later, or you can do them now. I personally find it easier to do it now. but it's totally up to you. Okay, so there's the center ring of our daisy. Nice and tight, like so. Now, we're going to take our crochet hook. Doesn't matter where, just pick one of the 11 stitches that you've made. Place your hook in there. We're going to slide that in there. Chain one to lock that in. Let's see. Drop your tail. So that was, you're going to chain 11 in total, but that was your first one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And into the next stitch down here, you're going to slip stitch. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next stitch. Is your slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more time, you're going to go into the next stitch. Do that slip stitch. I just lost it. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then again slip stitch. So go ahead and do that. You're going to make 11 petals, and I'll meet you back right here and I'll show you how to bind it off. Okay, now we're here to make the last and final petal. So we'll finish off our slip stitch like so. And then we're going to go back into that first stitch. And we are going to single crochet, slip stitch, or chain, cut, pull, make that knot. Now the reason why we do that is because it fills that little gap right there. So now your flower is done and ready to go. Again, use your yarn needle to weave in the tails, or weave them in to make it to where you can tie it to mount it to whatever project you might be doing. Totally up to you, but that's how to make your fun little daisy flower, 11 petals. So again, there's that one, the 5, and the 6, and that's how you make those. Okay guys, so now that I've shown you how to make the 3 different flowers I used to make the hippie pieces, I hope this encourages you to make your own flowers and have fun with a flowery project. So until next video, just remember, please subscribe. That pretty red button right there, it says subscribe. Click on it. Click the notification bell that's next to it, and that will let you know the next time I upload my next video. And give me a thumbs up if I helped you learn how to make this. Don't be afraid to pause this video all the different spots where you need to so you can keep up, or do like I did and literally write down in order So like I said, thanks for watching, and I hope you make flowers. Also, a quick note, I just want to thank all my new subscribers. The numbers are rising. Thank you very much, you guys. I do appreciate the fact that you guys come and watch my videos, and tell your friends. Help me get more subscribers. So, thank you so much, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!